way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older I need a roundaway girl to live. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, you got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind state in and I keep a...
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2nd and 2. Play action, now it's Tua. This will be caught, it's Waddle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Goff. Throw over the middle and finds Williams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or 2, hoping someone comes into contact.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here comes Reynolds as they try the jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their...
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is DJ Chark. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 20. Play action. It's Goff. In trouble, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Tua now on 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The numbers for Hill a week ago. Comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alec Ingold, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now, after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Goff. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon Davis never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's gone. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Christian Wilkins able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gets around him. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Bradley Chubb from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 66 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now a first down throw. Gone. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is gone. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Swift going to try up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the 50, it's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Goff now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now they're in the hurry-up. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And, you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
On 1st down, it's gone. Well, this is caught by Williams. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down at 5. Gone. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The
last time we saw...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tua's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Being chased out left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Gesicki as time. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in there on the final play of the first half.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Aiden Hutchinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Tua. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got it. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open?
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff. That is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2 and now on 1st down.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Tua to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 48 yards.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? about what's happened to them here in this one.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Goff on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort, keep trying to keep your quarterback upright, and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Down to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami 1st. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 2nd down, Mostert. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions 17. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir. Why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well. Surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Slant pass. He's got Reynolds.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
168 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now Tua.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that's incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
But it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua.
It's a slant to Hill.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Mostert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Hard throw, incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead, and some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone, just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due. I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. That's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Yeah. Yeah.